What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. Excited to be back, but the music is incorrect. We are starting immediately on the wrong foot. What's happening here? Let me put here some, country music. You guys have been enjoying a lot of country music, so let's do that. Here we go. What's up, everyone? Happy to see everyone. Phosphor, how you doing? Undefnu, what's up, dude? Nice to see you, man. Luis, what's up? How you doing? Finally Friday. So happy that we have the weekend on front of us to literally just relax, and possibly some extra live streaming. Let's see how it goes. Hatat Mayo, how you doing? Nice to see you. Tiami, nice to see you as well. Dev's buddy, how you doing? It's 1:26 a.m. for you? Dude, tomorrow is Friday, so you can literally sleep. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is Saturday, sorry. Richard, how you doing? Use windsurf, tap, 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 tap. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, I could potentially use windsurf to build a search experience with Laravel, which is exactly what we are doing today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Heaven, how you doing? AD, nice to see you as well. And Mohamed, how you doing? Nice to see you. Today's chat, we have a different live stream. We are going to literally explore a product which I was keen to explore for a while now, which is called Typesense. You guys know every single application today needs to have search, And the reality is that while sometimes that search is not something crazy because you don't need to search in a lot of lines basically, you may have an application like, a shop potentially, or something that demands actually a lot of search. Before we jump into that, how the music is today. Is the music okay? Is the sound okay? Is the lightning okay? Is my hair okay? Is everything okay with you all as well? CVT Mal, how you doing? Nice to see you. Roberto, what's up? Nice to see you as well, man. This topic came today in clutch. Why is that? Are you about to build a search experience? Hey Richard, nice to see you. But yeah, while some applications out there, they actually don't need a search experience, a bunch of them actually do. A bunch of them actually do. And, you are building potentially an online shop. You need good search experience because people are going to search products. And the last thing you want is people making a typo and not finding your product. You know what I mean? So today we are using this thing called Typesense. There is a couple of things which want me to explore this product today, okay? The first one is, obviously Typesense is sponsoring this channel, which is awesome, okay? It goes, aligned with my expectations, which is accept sponsorships of products which I believe. So Typesense is one of those products, but also they provide this search experience which is needed in some of the products I use. You know what I mean? So this kind of search experience is typically needed in two cases, and only two. The first one is that when you have millions of rows or millions of database rows and you want potentially search on them, okay? But you don't want to provide like a search that sucks. You want to basically provide a search where there is typo tolerance, and that's very important. You know what I mean? When you are searching in the huge catalog of products, the last thing you want is your customer not finding your product because you have a typo. So we are going to explore that, and we are going to explore this on the best way possible, which is integrated with Laravel Scout. Talking about Laravel Scout, did you guys notice that literally Laravel just launched a new thing, called it Laravel Wayfinder? What do you guys think about that, by the way? Did you guys saw that already? Laravel Wayfinder, aka the Ziggy replacement. It's indeed, it's difficult to picture this without talking about Ziggy, okay? I think Ziggy is awesome. However, did lack in some of the things that Wayfinder is doing. Tree shaking is one of those things. Obviously, I want to only export the routes to the front end that I'm actually using. So Wayfinder does that, but also it's fully TypeScript, okay? Full TypeScript supported, so it's an amazing package by Joe Tenenbaum and Tim McDonald, I think. Yeah, Typesense is totally free. We are going to use literally just a self-hosted solution today. I think it'll be awesome. Oh, we are going to use as well inertia in React. So, you know, potentially, if you have any problems, you are going to see today that it just works. Hey, Jordan, nice to see you, man. You love my hair? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Dude, I need to do something with my hair, though. I need to go again to the, you know, to the hair stylish. Christoph is saying, I just started today with Typesense to implement a vendor search account recommendation based on the vendor. That's awesome. There's a Twitch glitch. Are you guys okay on Twitch? I think it's working. Let me know if it's working as expected. I hope it is. My thoughts on Laravel Wayfinder. It looks awesome, by the way. It looks awesome. I cannot wait to start using this. Is it being used on Laravel Cloud? Not yet. I'm about to do that, by the way. I know it's considering to be already being used on Forge, but not on Laravel Cloud yet. It's working amazing on Twitch. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Tuka10, nice to see you, man. Moetna is saying, I just saw my first contribution being merged on Laravel. Dude, congratulations. That's awesome, man. I'm using pretty much the React Starter Kit all the time now. Does Laravel Cloud support SendMail? We don't support any kind of mail provider, at least on the UI. You can use whatever the email provider you want. You have access to environment variables, so you can literally use any email provider you want. It just works, basically. You know what I mean? Anyway, chat, let's build an app today, folks. Let's build an app today. Finally Friday. Happy to, you know, have the full weekend ahead of me. And I have a bunch of plans to explore different layouts on Twitch and YouTube. Having a blast, dude. Like, literally, this Twitch YouTube experience has been a total discover for me. You know what I mean? A total discover of joyness, you know? Just a lot of fun just joining you guys here. Now 3 times a week. It used to be 5, but 3 times a week now. Just doing YouTube videos, like all this stuff. It's like I was born for it, you know? I just have a lot of fun doing this stuff. I cannot think about anything else. It's just insane. You know? You watching my stream while camping? Dude, I would die to see a picture of that. Like literally just seeing a picture of your camping experience. You are a complete noob on React. React is easy, dude. I should do some more front end here on the live stream, you know? All right, everyone got their coffee? That's awesome. Let's go on this. So, what do I have at the moment? I literally did yesterday 2 things. I started a new app using the React Starter Kit. Okay, here we go. React Starter Kit, which is currently my choice. What is your choice these days on the Laravel Starter Kits? Let me know right in the chat, because currently I am defaulting for the React Starter Kit. Is one of my favorites. I know that some people are, you know, they have these community entry points, these communities skeletons or community starter kits, but so far I'm using this official one, React Starter Kit, which is pretty cool. TeamView, interesting. Plain PHP, okay. Livewire, okay. Livewire is awesome, by the way. So, CVTML React all day, nice. Edikan is saying, I learned a lot from you. Thank you. Someone gift you a subscription? Oh, thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Ooh, a lot of people choose the Vue Starter Kit. Interesting. My starter kit is not live yet, but I'm indeed building my own starter kit at the moment. So if I go to Vest Kits, it's like I have built the starter kit already. It's literally ready, but I just don't have time to actually come up with good README for this and everything and explain people. There is so many people out there that they see something like, for example, one example would be, probably the fillable would be a good one. Yeah, this unguard situation, for example, And they think that is like a very good reason to do something like this, when sometimes it's just, I just want to ensure consistency, and I prefer people to update their models through the update method, and that's it. But, you know, nothing crazy though. But yeah, this is still the work in progress in terms of starter kit, but using all the cool stuff, immutables and guards should be strict and everything, you know. You just started the project with this, even if it's like literally not ready to use. Oh my god. Use AI. I could do that. Yeah, indeed. Anyways, let's explore this, man. One thing that I really liked, I was checking yesterday. So, alright, first of all, do you guys know what is Laravel Scout? That's important, okay? That's important to know what is Laravel Scout. Let's start by that point, actually. Okay, Laravel Scout is literally this API for search, okay? So you might have in your project something that looks like this. Let's go here. Bam, 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 boom. Oh, I don't have an endpoint still? Okay, let's pretend we have one, like this one, for example. You might have the need of searching in your models, okay? So imagine that you have a bunch of different models, like a product model. We don't have one yet, but we are going to do one. Okay, you have a product model, and you have like 1,000 rows, okay? Obviously, you know, your first intuition would be, well, let's do something like a like query, for example, okay? Something that looks potentially like this. I'm gonna search where the name matches the given query. But then you have as well where the description matches the given query, you know, something that looks like this. There is a couple of problems with this kind of approach, in case you don't know. In case you don't know. The first problem with this kind of approach is that this like thing, this is slow, okay? This is actually very slow. It becomes even more slower when you actually have a bunch of data. Okay, it might work if you have 100 lines, for example, but once you actually start having a bunch of lines, this will be slow. The second problem with this approach is it's not scalable, because at some point you are going to have even more stuff like categories and blah 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 in multiple where conditions, and just becomes horrible in terms of search experience. Okay, so this is the first situation. Okay, this is the first situation. The second one is you want to provide a search that really is typo tolerant. And being typo tolerant in search is important. So basically, a typo tolerant experience is something that you search for pizza like this, and this will return you the results that match pizza, okay? Just because you forgot the I right here, right there, it will still deliver you a bunch of pizza products, okay? This is smart. This is a smart search experience, all right? So this is two things you want. Now, Laravel Scout, which is the Laravel official package, gives you support for this, okay? And the only thing you have to do is actually pretty cool. The only thing you have to do is install Scout, and then you have immediately this search method where you can provide the search query. Okay? Okay? So you just literally do this to get a bunch of different models. Alright? So Laravel Scout is this API. Now, Laravel Scout doesn't come with this feature itself. Okay? It comes with support for drivers. Basically, if you use a search method, you need to first install a driver behind the scenes. There is multiple drivers, okay? There is Algolia, MileySearch, and Typesense. And today, we are exploring Typesense. There is a couple of things that I do like about Typesense, but the most important one is that they are free. You can literally just install Typesense locally. And before coming into the live stream, I actually did that. I just type, if I remember correctly, brew, here we go. I just type this. Like Lily, 2 commands, brew install, Typesense, blah blah blah, 28, brew services start, and then I have Typesource locally, okay? Meaning that, starting from this point, I can already use Typesense. It just works, okay? It just works. Does this work with other languages? Yes. Well, Scout, no, but Typesense have support for multiple languages. It's basically, API clients, and that's it. You are already using Typesense in your office project? Dude, maybe you know something that I don't. It'll be fun. Hey, Sanjay, nice to see you, man. Can I share my starter kit? Well, in theory, I cannot. But in reality, I will. But don't tell anyone, okay? Here we go. Here we go, chat. Don't tell anyone that I have that. All right, so let's start by sharing the Typesense link. Here we go, chat. You just type this on the tweet chat, and you have the Typesense repo. Here we go. Be sure to access through that link, chat, okay? Because that gives me points during this live stream, okay? And this is the official website, all right? Typesense.org. So I have installed Typesense locally, which is pretty damn cool. And the next step is just install Scout. Now I want to show you something I'm proud of, okay? Let's go here to PHP Storm, open a new tab, and type npm run dev, go to a new tab as well, and type npm php artisan serve to have a website running. Let's copy this deal. Can I even copy this? Here we go, chat. Here we go. Let's open this to see this right here. So I have, do I have anything? Let's just type PHP artisan migrate fresh, because it's literally the starter kit coming from Laravel. Real simple. And type now PHP artisan serve to serve my app locally. And then I'm gonna just go and present you with this beautiful search I have built together with Windsurf in AI, but don't tell anyone that, all right? So let's type here my email, my create account, page expired, awesome, that's awesome. Why do I see a page expired? Here we go, I'm in? No, not yet. All right, Nuno Maduro, bam, 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 boom, I'm in, and I have created this bad boy yesterday. Product not found, of course not found, I forgot to remove this. Here we go, chat. We should be back. Here we go. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? This is actually a beautiful page. Come on, chat. Write in the chat if it's not a good page. I want to know that. I want to know that. It is a good page, right? I literally, yesterday night, I went to Windsurf and I literally said this. I went to Windsurf, which is AI vibe coding, blah, 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 blah. You guys know that. And I just typed this. I'm about to demo type search on my live stream. Can you make me like the UI for this without coding any of the backend? And the AI did this for me. It's just insane. Just insane, man. Like, it's just crazy insane. Anyways, so the problem with this AI is none of the backend is coded. But some of you are asking, how can you do this with inertia? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, okay? If you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. I love what I do, streaming every single day at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. UTC actually. On Twitch and YouTube, if you enjoy my work, just give me a subscribe button. You know, like that button just below me? Give me that subscribe and that like and all of the cool things people want. So yeah, give me that. That being said, I also have a YouTube channel. Okay, I also have a YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe, and do all those cool things, all right? So I've built this, but this is not working. As you can see, I'm searching for stuff. Even the UI even built me this animation. This animation. It's insane. It's insane, Ooh, Dev's Buddy, it's saying the following. I don't know why you don't like... Oh, wait. I don't know why I don't like Filament. Yeah, I like Filament. Well, you don't like Filament? I like Filament. Filament is very good. Is a very good, a very good project within a very good community, which is Laravel. Is Windsurf better than Cursor? I don't know, dude. I have literally no idea. I have literally no idea if Windsurf is better than Cursor. No idea. Okay. So I have this, obviously not working, so we need to build the entire backend for this, okay? So let's start on this stuff. Let's start on this stuff that actually builds something that makes sense. I'm gonna go to my front end that I have built yesterday, and the AI was, kind enough to write me a type in TypeScript. So I'm gonna just steal that thing to literally know what do I have to do. So I'm gonna go here, search. Oh, maybe not search, maybe components search. Here we go. I'm gonna steal this type to literally know what I do have to do on the backend, my friends, on the backend. And I'm gonna open a new terminal and type something like PHP artisan make model product. Do you guys know any flags besides the factory in migration? There is any other one that I would use myself? I don't know. What do you guys use typically? You know, I don't know. I use this one a lot, like the AMF, because I want the migration plus the factory. Do you guys use something else? I typically use this ones, all right? Sexy loader, oh yeah, baby. With Typesense speed, you don't need that animation. Oh my God. You think it's as that fast? I know it's that fast, so I think it'll be funny. Ooh, Eddie is saying, I want to say Cedar, but you will kill me. I won't, dude. I won't. You know, I respect all the personal preferences of everyone, you know? So if you like Cedars, you are free to like Cedars, okay? Oh, -R for resource? Really? Really? That's a good one. But let's type this one. So we have a new product created successfully. And I guess the first thing we are going to do, you guys know what it is. We are going to literally type model unguard. Okay? And you know why? Because I don't. I'm gonna just literally do it and not explain why. I'm just kidding. This is basically, I just don't want to basically maintain my own fillable properties. I'm gonna just do this because I'm lazy, okay? So we do have model unguard, and I do have a product right here with a factory, which is pretty cool. Let's start with a migration, okay? Let's go with a migration to this stuff, because if you ever search, we need to have products, you know, to search on those products, okay? Use remove -rf. Why would you do that, dude? You use Django and Fast API because I work mostly with websites with lots of AI features. Dude, I work with PHP Laravel with lots of AI features too. I think those AI features, they are literally, you know, across the thing, you know. Phosphor is asking, is Typesense requires the database to be local? No, you can have literally your own Typesense server or just your self-host on the web server. It just literally just installs locally and it has its own service basically, you know. That's it, chat, that's it. Okay, what do we have? Let's go here and just copy this small type product. Let's go to the migration. What do we have? We have an ID, obviously. We have a name, of course. We have a text with a description.
Back _ with _ snacks. Hey Nuno.
Hey, and thank you so much for the subscription through Twitch. I really appreciate your support. You're awesome. Is your project RealMind completed? No, but I have played a little bit with it, a little bit more. It actually became a lot smarter when I started, you know, curating a little bit the prompt to one of the agents. And, you know, a lot of cool stuff on that project, to be honest. A lot of space to improve as well. Dude, the RealMind project, like you know, when I was demoing that project to you guys, all the messages were like literally broken, you know? That's why it wasn't working that great at the end of the live stream. But then I started curating the little things, and it's just so good now, you know? Backend Snacks is saying, I'm starting my new role on Monday. Dude, congratulations, man. Congratulations. What we'll be doing, by the way. Are you excited? I think I'm more excited than you, but how you doing? Does Typesense in the same server affects performance? I don't think so, dude. Typically servers are literally sleeping all the time anyways, so I think you can do that. And then you can migrate if it's really, you know, a thing, but I don't think it's a thing. Okay. We have a prize. Let's do a prize with a decimal prize. Thank you, AI, for being so kind to me. Here we go. Adjacent tags nullable, because why not? And I think we are done with this, okay? So our product have a title, have a description, have a price. have a category and obviously a bunch of tags, okay? Tags, I think, they are going to end up being probably these things right here, you know? I don't know. Let's see. Hey man, how you doing? Nice to see you. UUID and not EUID. Yeah, I mean, realistically, we probably would go with the UUID. It's kind of important, chat, you know? But, you know, for the POC today, I think like just using a regular ID will do the job. Will you stream this again? I want to actually use Typesense in 2 scenarios, okay? I want to use Typesense today to this stuff, like literally demoing Laravel Scout with Typesense, which is exactly what we're doing today. But I want to also use Typesense for vector searching. You know, like the rack situation we are doing with RealMind, we can literally use Typesense behind the scenes, self-hosted, to search the memory of the AI and be super fast. That thing will be fun. Okay, we have products. Let's move forward, chat. Let's move forward. Delete the down method because we don't need that, and just run migrations with PHP Artisan. Migrate. Here we go, chat. That's done. That's fully done. What else do we need? We need casting to begin with. Name, text, decimal. I mean, yeah, probably on the tags we need, right? So let's do that real quick. Let's go to product, models, and type public function casts. I never know if this is a protected or a public. I never know. Do I want to know now? Let's see if I want to know now. Yes, I want to know. It's literally a protected. Thank you. Why price is not an integer? That's a good question. We could make the price an integer. Like cents, you mean, right? I think you're right, actually. Makes way more a lot of sense, you know? Tags are a JSON? No, I think we're going to do this in an array. Hi, I have a question. Go ahead, do your question. What's up, Smith? How you doing? Ronato is saying, oh, those are all the options? Oh, there is a dash past option? That's awesome. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I agree that the price should be an integer. Do I want to do that now? Okay, let's do it. Here we go, Shad. Listening to your feedback. Thank you. Okay, I need this. What else do I need? I need to actually feed this stuff, right? Do I want to do that now? Probably not. Or yes, let me think. What is the next step, Shad? Well, the next step is literally just have something working at the moment. Let's go here. What happens if I do this, Shad? Product all. Probably have nothing, right? Ooh, that was an automatic refresh. That's awesome. Literally nothing on my database. Let's feed my database with some stuff. And for that, I literally have this ChatGPT generator right here ready to give me a bunch of information that I can just see to my database, okay? Should we use seeders or migrations for fake data? I'm gonna let you decide today, Chad. Seeders or migrations for fake data? Write on the chat. What would you use personally? Seeders? Okay. How about you, Twitch? What do you want to use here? Seeder okay as well? Interesting. You guys saying seeders just to annoy me, right? Because you guys know I'm not a fan of it. Jesus Christ, everyone seeders. Okay, I'm gonna use seeders. Okay, Shad. All right, so seeders, database seeders. Let's just remove all of this crap here. Let's go with, here we go, Shad. All of the seeders you guys want. So here are my products, a bunch of them actually. Let's go all of the way down. and insert them on the database. And I guess because we are using seeders, we don't even need to use this DB table. I can just do something like products, create, and this will automatically use all of the casting. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. So just this, basically, just create the product. There is any create many. That would be cool though. If there is a create many, Laravel got me already. Oh, there is not. Oh, maybe there is with a query. No. There is no create many. We need to open a pull request, chat. We need to open a pull request immediately. It's create many? No, apparently not. I mean, I don't see create many here, do you? We don't have here many. Let me see, create. I would swear that I've seen this. Find many, but not create many though. Many create, let's see. No, doesn't exist. I think I'm gonna keep it simple, but we could indeed come up with, you know, something like a pull request for this, because it would be cool just being able to do something like this, you know. Bam, it's done, like with all of them inside. But you know, let's keep it simple, stupidly simple. You guys know me. Do not waste time. Do not waste time. Let's just do this. Can I run migrations? Ooh, not migrations. You guys want seeders, right? So db seed. Okay, is it working? Here we go, 50. Nice. Nice! And all of the casting. Nice, 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 nice. Wait, isn't the price supposed to be an integer? I'm so confused right now. Oh, do I need to migrate fresh? How about now? Oh, of course I lost my account. 1 second, chat. 1 second, chat. Bam, bam, bam. Here we go. I do have an integer on price. Wait, what? Are you guys seeing the same thing I'm seeing right now? I am hallucinating, or it's just, you know... SQL is shit with types? Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. Okay, apparently it's a SQLite thing. SQLite just enables, you know, floats on an integer field. I think this is a feature, chat. This is a feature. You guys get to see your integer, and I still get to see my float. Dude, who cares if I'm using floats on my seeder? Like, I would expect just literally this be converted in a database to something like this. I'm pretty sure this doesn't happen with MySQL or Postgres or any database, really. This is a SQLite feature. Oh my god. Just out of curiosity, what happens if I do this? Will I see one or the string on a database? Now I'm curious. I have to see this. Okay. Oh my god. Again? Jesus Christ. I'm about to remove auth from this, man. Let's see. So this is the last one. I want to see if there's an integer on the name. Well, this is expected though, right? Because Laravel, with the casting, this wouldn't happen. It is expected? Oh no, I'm seeing one. I'm crazy though. Okay, here is working actually. I'm seeing one as string, which is kind of what we wanted. But this is not definitely expected. The price thing. This is literally crazy. Anyways, chat. is the SQLite feature. Let's clap for SQLite for being so awesome and, you know, just surprising us every single day of being so simple. So we have our database. Let's just see this again. Okay. So in theory, I should be able to just search on this stuff already, right? So let's go to the web. And of course, I could potentially already do something like query. Just do a like. I could potentially do something like this. Here we go. Let's search, for example, get the query from the request. Actually, I may not have a query. So I guess I'm going to do this way. I'm going to fetch the... I'm going to actually do something like this. If the request... I'm going to just inject the request. I don't like global helpers, chat. I don't know if you guys do love them. I don't. Let's just inject the request. If the request, you know, has a query, I'm going to search for something. Otherwise, I don't want products on my UI. So I'm going to just keep it like this. If it has a query, then I'm going to search on that thing. Bam. Here will be the request string query. And what else? I think I'm going to do a get. Yeah. And finally, I'm going to return this to inertia. So we are still not implementing any of the Typesense features. Okay, I'm still doing it like literally on the old Laravel way. Okay. I'm going to run Python on this. This should already be working. Undeniably, we still need to do the front end of this. Jesus Christ, it's already like the third time I do something here. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. I cannot search yet. Yeah, it's not working yet, so I need to do the front end of this. Ooh, where like is a thing? Really? Oh, nice. What do they receive though? Just this? No, this is a nice one. Thank you, chat. I had no idea that we had this, by the way. Okay. I had no idea. Where like is a nice one. You also never use the global request. And for some reason, I like to inject the request here. You know, feels a little bit less magical. Okay. Okay, regarding the front end, the way I would build a search is that I would go probably to my front end first. Yeah, of course. I'm going to open this. By the way, chat, did you guys went to the gym today? Write on the chat if you went to the gym. I want to know. I want to know. I'm using Laravel Scout for sure. Jesus, nobody went to the gym? Like literally? How many people do we have? We have close to 200 people on this live stream and nobody went to the gym? Come on, man. Here we go. I went for back and biceps. That's awesome, man. I went back and biceps as well today. Yeah. I can barely move, like literally today. Most important thing is that you actually move during the day, okay? That's an important one. A bunch of us work remotely and we need to put our steps in day, work out, you know, move a little bit is important. Drink water and not alcohol, okay? And of course, have good food during the day. You are still allowed to do one cheat meal a week, which is what I do. What do I split? What split do you do for the gym? I work out pretty much 5 days a week now. 5 days a week. I do muscle training 3 days a week and cardio 2 days a week, basically. But I can barely move today. Jesus, my biceps are literally audible, and I can barely move. Okay, let's go to the front end, folks. Let's go to the front end. Some of you were asking how I would tackle this with inertia. So I'm going to tell you how I would do this, okay? I would go to my front end, component search. So what do have, I think at the moment, the only thing missing on this front end is literally implement like the AJAX request with, with inertia, which is here. But I can explain you some of the things I'm doing here, okay? So with inertia, typically when you are searching, you want to kind of delay the search while the user is typing and wait when the user is actually finished typing, So I don't know how that technique is called, but for that I typically use the use effect on React, okay? Lag day, dude. I do lag day on Mondays. I do lag day on Mondays because it's literally just the worst train. I hate lag day. Like, it's just literally the worst. So I do it on Mondays, so it's done. So I just literally done. Debounce. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Okay, so the way this debounce is working is kind of simple. Is that if the query changes, I'm going to clear the timeout. Okay, I'm going to clear the timeout. That's important. That's what the return does at the end of your use effect. I literally just clear the timeout, if there is one. Okay. And then, because the query changes, the use effect will be executed again. Okay, so I set another timeout that waits for 300 milliseconds before actually doing the search. I feel like Typesense will be so fast that actually we don't need a big number here, but this is literally called a debounce, and it's a very simple debounce coded with use effect. Now I'm going to tell you something. On Laravel Cloud, I probably should open source that stuff, but I have my own hook called it use debounce. Okay. Where I just provide a few parameters and it will do this use effect for me. Do you guys have this hook yourselves? Because I do, Lag day is a nightmare for me too, man. Oh, there is a plugin called use debounce? Oh, okay. Well, I coded my own. I coded my own. Okay, Shad. What else? Yeah, so basically, if the timeout reaches the end, I'm going to literally perform the search. If there is no query whatsoever, I just set the results to none, basically, which is the case right now. If there is no query, no results whatsoever, I just do not display anything, and I display this empty state. At the moment, here we go, Shad. So what I will do now is, if there is something, I'm going to query my API with inertia. Okay, if you don't know inertia, it's this very cool protocol between your React frontend and the Laravel backend. So what I would do here is use the router from inertia. If I can import this. Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna go all the way up and just type import router from inertia React. Here we go. And then I probably would go with something like visit the route search, I guess. Yep. And then there is a few parameters I can use with this visit thing. Which one I want to use? One I want to use for sure is the preserve state. This is actually an important one. So when you are literally just re-querying the API, you want to kind of preserve the state of all of the page because only the results will change. You need to be careful about that. Typically by default, when you use inertia, it might not preserve the state because it considers this as a new refresh. So you want to basically, preserve the state. Then what I will do is preserve the scroll as well. So basically, while the user is typing, if there is new results, I'm going to just keep the user in the same place. And finally, I want to send, the query to the backend. And for that, I can literally just use this data query search query, okay? This is the query that goes to the backend under the query parameter, call it query, which is hopefully what we are going to catch in our backend with this request as query, okay? Finally, once I have a successful page, okay, or a successful result, I want to fetch the props of that page. So typically here, I'm going to receive this product from my inertia, okay? So what I can do here is type something like this to fetch all of the props from my inertia, okay? What's happening here? Props is never used. Oh, but it will be used. Wait a second, dude. Wait a second. So then I can type set results. This is literally state, regular state from React, as you can see here. We have a setter and the getter in React, which is literally a regular variable. So I'm going to use this set results, and I'm going to set what we have on the props products. Okay. What else? This is literally done. With Laravel Scout, you are fetching the data from your backend, but the backend will fetch the data from Typesense. Okay. All right. And obviously, then I set the loading as false because we effectively are done with the results. Okay. I'm gonna do a TS ignore on the data results because I want to ignore that for now, I guess. There we go, Shad. ESLint is happy? Okay. Of course, ESLint is not happy with this. Here we go, Shad. Okay. This is good enough, I think. Someone was asking, how can you do search with inertia? This is literally the way. Okay, Shad? Dude, the use effect, if you are learning React, the use effect is probably the most complicated hook to explain. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? If you are new to React, do not worry yet about the use effect hook because it's literally the most complicated hook to understand when you are learning React, okay? So if you are learning React, start with a use state and, how can you change this state, a little bit like that. And then once you have a little bit more React understanding, go to the use effect. But it's literally probably the most complicated one to understand, okay? So we have the front end ready. I feel this should be enough. Do we have our back end ready though? I think we do, right? I think we do. This should be enough. Let's go here, Shad. Refresh this page and see how it goes. Ooh. Okay, I don't have any results though. Why is that? Oh? Where the name is like the query. Isn't supposed this to work? What do I have on query? Apple, okay. Oh, it's like case sensitive. No, it's not case sensitive, right? It might be case sensitive. If it is, that sucks. This is even worse. That's why I don't use the like thing. Let's see. Oh, it's definitely not working. Do we have products to begin with? Let's just remove this where like and do this. We do, we have 50. Interesting. Oh, I need the percentage sign. Thank you, Shad. Honestly, I feel that I move faster with you guys because you guys just help me out so much. So cool. So you guys saying that I need literally this stuff? Okay, it might be it actually. Thank you, Shad. Here we go. Is it working now? Let's see. It is working. Nice. Here we go. We have a search experience built with a like on the backend on Laravel. Now again, while this might work for a while, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. This is literally a temporary solution for a problem, which is search. There is multiple problems with an approach like this. Number one, if you use the like, it won't be performant over time because your database will grow and the like will become slower and slower. Second thing, we are going to potentially have multiple where-like conditions, which still becomes even more slower exponentially, okay? And the biggest problem, in my opinion, is typo tolerance. So you go to this front end, you type iPad like this, you have nothing. You type iPad with double E, you have nothing. And honestly, thank you, Redizio, for the subscription tier 1. I really appreciate 4 months. Dude, you are awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Nice loading animation. Thank you. I designed the animation myself. You know, I designed this animation. You guys see this animation right here? I designed it myself with this very good friend called Windsurf, you know? Anyways, it doesn't have typo tolerance. So basically, if you make a mistake, your customer will lose the chance of buying the product with the like condition, okay? Now, are you guys ready for the greatest, for the mighty Typesense on this project? I am so ready for this, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to start with this product. Call it Typesense, okay? Let's go, chat. Let's just use this amazing product right now. First thing I'm going to do is install Laravel Scout. And by the way, I love the fact that in their website, they literally just say, if you want to start with Typesense, just go to Laravel Scout. I love that, okay? I love that. So I'm going to go Laravel Scout and start in typing, composer require Laravel Scout on the console. Bam, bam, boom, that's done. And in case you don't know, Laravel Scout is this API for Typesense, which is pretty cool. And then you go to product and you just use this little thing right here, searchable, okay? This is basically to provide the search API for the product, which is pretty cool, By the way, remind you that Typesense is totally free. You can literally start with Typesense for free. So when you go to documentation, overview, blah, 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 there is something here which is install Typesense. You have this option which is totally free. You can install this in your server, in your backend. I personally have installed this on my Mac using the brew command, okay? And obviously you have this Typesense cloud thing if you prefer self-managed installation of Typesense. But yeah, that being said, so I did this, the searchable trait. I'm going to go to the Laravel documentation to really remind myself what I do have to do. I do have to type this Scout service provider, so let's do that as well. Bam, bam, boom, Scout installed. Really easy, really simple. Here we go, chat. We have Scout installed using the Algolia driver, so I'm going to go to my .env and specify Typesense on the .env configuration, okay? So I literally need to do this to instruct Scout to use Typesense, which is pretty cool. That being done, what else do I want to do here? Do I want to do anything? I don't want to use Q, so that's done as well. After commit, I don't care. Chunk, I don't care. Soft delete, I don't care. That should be enough. What else do I need to do? I need to include the searchable trait, so that's done. So all of the models which need to be searched with this front end, you just add this trait searchable, okay? So I don't want queuing. Typesense. Oh, I do need to install the client. Okay, so on top of installing the Algolia package, you equally need to install the client. So let's do that. Clear our terminal, real simple and clean, and install the client of Typesense. So that's done as well. Scout driver, Typesense, that's done. Do I need this? Probably not. Let's ignore this, and let's ignore this for now. If it doesn't work, we are going to find out real soon. And there is this searchable array. I remember this. I remember this from back in the days when I used to work with a bunch of Laravel Scout stuff. But something you can do is use this choose searchable array to kind of explain Typesense which fields you are going to want as searchable. Because typically you don't want everything. Like you don't want the created UT to be searchable or the password to be searchable. So, you know, I can literally just specify whatever I want to be searchable. And I think if I go to my create products table, I think I want this, okay? I think I want this. I'm gonna type here, all of this, okay? So I want to have the ID. I want the ID. Let's put this as a string. Then I have the name, the description, the price. Why this is doing this weird shit? No idea. I want the price. I want the category and the tags. And probably let's add the created UT so we can sort this by the last added, I think. Here we go, chat. So this is done. This is done. What else do I need? I need to import this to Typesense. Yeah, so basically once you do this, you can already like import all of your models to Typesense. Remind yourself, Typesense is running locally in your laptop, okay, at the moment. So you want to import all of the products automatically to Typesense. Now, because we are using models in our seeders, right here, I expect that by using this will be automatically added to Typesense as well, okay? So what I will do is I'm gonna just type PHP artisan migrate fresh seed, so I have all of my products migrated automatically to Typesense. I could do this, or I could type something that comes with Laravel Scout, which is this import, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. I could type this as well. This would work equally if I would do this, okay? But I did like, you know, the full migration, like easy peasy, so we can have this working as expected. Let's just clean all of this and register myself for the 10 times already. Bam, 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 create, done. Let's go to search. This is still using, if I'm not mistaken, the where condition, the you know, the like thing we have done. So I think like the very last thing we need to do is go to our web PHP and replace this with our search method, okay? Don't you have an auto formatter? I do. Dude, I created my own auto formatter. Call it Laravel Pint. In my opinion, Seeder, I mean, I don't like seeders, but I mean, I'm tired of discussing that. People will kill me if I mention this topic again. So, I never used Miley search, but I do, you know, I'm liking it so far of Typesense. Looks okay. Well, that is, yeah, the problem with Algolia is it's paid, basically. In Typesense, you can use it for free, which is pretty cool. Well, Pint is not mine, but I created Pint, yeah. So this thing right here, I created this project. It's literally crazy, like 90,000 million downloads already. It's insane. It's insane, like literally. But I've done this, yeah. And apparently there's a new logo, as you guys can see. Previously it was a beer. Now it's this little thing right here. By the way, Chad, forgot to tell you. Next Monday, we have Laravel Ed Designer coming to my stream. We are going to have a guy who actually know what he's doing front-end wise. Okay, so he's coming, explain me everything we need to know about design, you know, how to use Figma and why to use Figma, how to design a logo, how to design a website. He is coming to the live stream. 2 hours of spending that dude with questions. He is called David Hill, by the way, in case you don't know him, okay? He's coming. By the way, I've released a new version of Latastan. Okay? I've released a new version of Latastan 2 days ago with support, or 1 day ago actually, with support for scopes. Have you guys seen this? Scopes and Latastan supported out of the box, bam bam, released already. He's coming next Monday, the designer, all right? Okay, let's replace this. Again, once you install Typesense and Laravel Scout, it's as easy as that. The only thing you have to do is go to your where conditions and replace this with something that looks like this. Search, you provide the query, and you call the name get. That's it. That's it. And it's working after this, which is insane. Okay? So if I go now to my front end, I hope things are just literally working. If not, we're going to check why, okay? Ooh, almost. No search fields specified for the query. Interesting. What is this? What is this, Chad? Wait. I've seen this. Wasn't this on the... Oh yeah, they actually, this is one thing I probably would ask them to improve, you know, is not have to define these fields. This is something I have noticed while literally playing with this configuration file, is that Typesense requires me to specify again all of the fields we need to have in our backend, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest, but let's do it real quick. So let's type here product, class, and then open array, collection schema. Can I just copy this? Yeah. Collection schema. Let's use the ID, the name, the description, the price, the category, the tags, the created URT, and I want to sort this by nothing at the moment. And can I remove this? Yep. Is this working now, or I need to re-import everything? Let's re-import everything just for the sake of it, and so we can actually use this stuff as well. Okay, and now I just type scout import again. Here we go, Shad. Price must be an integer of 32. Okay. It is actually. Wait, what? Do you guys know what's happening here? Does it work if I put the float here? It doesn't. Oh, I know why. Wait a second. Maybe I need to... Here I need to do this. Let's see. Okay, this is working now. Do we have a front end working? Do we have a front end working? Almost. No search field specified for the query. Interesting. Did I forget anything on the configuration file? Oh, I did. I literally need to tell this stuff, I think. Here we go, Shad. So I'm going to tell Scout to search for the name, description, category, and fields, or tags, exactly. Is it this level, though? I hope it is. Let's see. I'm going to flush, import everything again. Okay. Here we go, Shad. Here we go. Now, a very cool thing about this, I'm literally using still the 300 milliseconds on the debounce. I'm going to remove that real quick. I'm going to go to my typesense.tx, and on my debounce, I'm going to give like 30 milliseconds. Let's remove the debounce. Fuck it. You know, let's just remove the debounce entirely with 1 millisecond. Okay, so if I type Apple with 3 P's, this is so cool. You guys see this? I'm literally typing Apple with 3 P's and it's still able to find the product I want. This is actually pretty cool. Should be the same with, if I type like Apple iPhone. Oh my God. You see this? This is so cool. Oh my God. Like literally, I type Apple, iPhone without any space, and you're still able to get this one. This is a type of typo tolerance I was telling you guys that you can literally just work with. Like if I make any typo here, will always search me for iPhone. So cool. What is this? Here we go. And here we go. We do have some search experience with Typesense so far. Some of you were saying that you guys have already worked with Typesense. What is your feedback so far about this product? I can tell you that getting started with Typesense is like insanely easy. Just by looking at the documentation in Laravel, I was able to literally have something up and running. But what is your experience with Typesense so far? And what do you guys think about Typesense from everything you have seen today? I'm the goat. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation as well. Search Apple 9. That's a good one. Let's do that. Ooh! You guys see this? Literally, Apple is here, and the 9 is at the end, and it was still able to get me this one. This is actually cool. This is actually unbelievable, right? Oh my God. Massive respect to Typesense, to be honest. This is actually pretty cool. Oh, wow. This is a good one. Probably overkill for the amount of records to search. Yeah, I feel like once we have a bunch of products, like a bunch, this will really pay off. Like once you start having like 1,000 or 1,000,000 products, imagine having 1,000,000 products and still have this fast experience while searching. I think it's pretty cool. And for me, I'm gonna be honest, like just the fact that this can be used for free locally, no matter the scale I have, that's a big win in my book, okay? Just the fact that an indie hacker like me can use this for free locally, it's just awesome. It's not behind any subscription. It really just works. This live stream is sponsored by Typesense. Okay, today they are sponsoring, my exploration of the product, which is pretty cool. I can just literally combine two things together, which is awesome. And realistically, I am actually needing, as we speak, of a search solution. So I think it'll be fun. I need a search solution for two things, actually. I need a search solution for searching vectors with my real mind thing I'm building. But also, like, on the real product, I actually need a really good search and fast experience. So you can literally just smash the keyboard and find whatever you want. So typo tolerance, this is actually mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing. It is super fast as well. Someone was saying, let's seed this stuff with a bunch of data. Fuck it. So let's go here. Let's actually, let me think. How I want to do this? Can we use the factory for this? Let's see. Let's go here to the product factory. And let's just add, first of all, a definition. This will be like a little bit more fake though, right? Because it won't be like realistically thing. But let's see. Is tags words? No, I actually need something like this. Or this, oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, this is good. Let's go now to the seeder. And after seeding that, let's type product factory count of, let's give it 10,000 potentially. I do need to paginate after perhaps, but let's see. Create. Let's do that. Oops. Here we go, chat. And fresh migrate. Oh, I can just type seed, right? You guys told me that, right? I literally forgot about that. Oh, I already flushed? Oh my god, never mind. Yeah, let's just see this. Oh, but then there already exists that thing on the top. Oh my god. Okay, let's go here and do something like this. Tags must be an array. Okay, I apologize. Here we go. Is it going? Is it going? So again, because we are using models, this will be automatically added to Typesense. Automatically, which is pretty cool. So you just type, you just use your models like typically you would, and this will automatically send everything to Typesense. Obviously, we are generating 10,000 models with Laravel factories and seeders, so this is probably taking a little bit. What's up? How you doing? And much cheaper than Elasticsearch for sure. I have used Elasticsearch in the past, and it's definitely much cheaper. Okay, seems to be imported. We have 10,000 rows now. We may have to limit the search though. I don't know. I'm gonna literally just use this and see how it goes, to be honest. I have no idea. It is working. Can I search Apple? Oh, now I don't have Apple. Yeah, I need to import Apple now. Literally forgot about that. How I will do this? I have an idea. Let's flush everything again and re-import them. Here we go. PHP Artisan Scout import. Everything on my product. Tags must be an array. Wait, what? Isn't the product already? Isn't like I'm so confused. Okay, I have an idea. Migrate fresh seed. Is seeding apparently. I don't think it can autocomplete the search query because we don't have any UI that uses Typesense behind the scenes. So I don't think so. I don't have any front-end pagination yet. So again, just to explain you what I'm doing right now, I am literally just refreshing my database, but because I'm using the -- seed, will run my seeder and create a bunch of products, and including the products I want. Let's see how it goes now. Of course, I don't have an account. Let's create one. Here we go. Ooh, real simple. Let's go now here. Thank you, thank you. So now we have 10,000. Oof, so fast. This is actually insane. You guys see this? Like literally, I have 10,000 products on my database, and I can still do this and have instantly results. And search for April 15 and have that thing right there. It's insane. It's insane. Like literally. This is insane though. Watch 9. Oh my god, watch this. I love it. Literally love it. First time chat from Shicom. Boas, I'm currently using a controller for searching. 1 second. That handles user search. Now I want to make a motor search for the back office. Do I use search controller or I create another controller for admin searches? I would recommend you to use a dedicated controller for any type of search you are doing. Literally, because especially if you have admins and guests doing the same, using the same endpoint, that will end up being a lot of if conditions on the backend to check if the user is an admin. If it's not, then do that particular join condition or whatever. So I would do definitely different controllers for those different features. Okay. So I want to use bunkers. I want to use vector searching with Typesense. I don't know if they support this, but I have heard stories that yes. So do you know when you were talking about AI and searching on RAG? I want to use that. Oh, they do, dude. This is what I want to use so bad, like literally. Vector searching. I think this will be awesome. So in case you guys don't know, the last live stream, I have made this real brain with AI. So I created like one real person with AI, and then I had this other agent, which is like curating the brain of this. Anyway, huge story. And we're using this technique behind the scenes called it RAG, which is like infinite memory on AI. And for that, we're using like embeddings, which is vector searching. And obviously, we were doing this with SQLite and PHP, which is not performant. And I know that Typesense supports vector searching, and I want to explore this so bad when I have the time. Hopefully this weekend. Because in theory, I can send the embeddings to the vector Typesense and then just do regular vector searching. I think it'll be so cool. Yeah, I would definitely go with separate controllers for sure. This is like a free and self-hosted thing, basically. Typesense is self-hosted, by the way, okay, chat? So you can literally just install this in your laptop if you want to. So just go to Overview, and you go to Install Typesense, and it really just works, okay? Oh, you're welcome, Tamorito. Thank you for the feedback. Can you measure the performance between like and this approach? I guess. However, will be a little bit difficult to measure because we are not measuring the same features, but I'm going to still do it anyways to see how it goes. So let's basically, let's type something below, like if, so this will be Typesense, right? Let's do another one just below, which is if it has query. It would have to do something like this, where like, yeah, it would be a little bit like this though, right? Let's limit this with 250, I think was that thing. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use this one below now. Let's see how it goes. Do you guys want to add a few more, basically, to see, with a bunch of products? I have 10K. I'm going to add more 30K to make it a little bit more realistic. Let's type now PHP artisan, migrate, --seed, dbc. Does it bring an UI? I don't know, man. I would be surprised if they don't have any sort of UI components, but I would have to double check. Let's see. Yeah, you would have to check the documentation, but I would be surprised if they don't have any sort of UI for this. So obviously they have integrations with WordPress, Magento, and all of those cool things. But yeah, there is a bunch of examples here with Next.js as well. I'm going to send you this link. Go through that link to check if they have what you want in terms of UI. Okay. Is it done? Not yet. It's still importing 30K products to the database at the moment. And to type search. Oh, we had a donation from Sockdown through Twitch. Thank you, thank you. 500 bits. I really appreciate that. And he comes with a question. By the way, Chad, every time you do a donation on anything, you can do a question. Hope you are doing well. Question: how do you know of a package to check that files uploaded was what they say they are and not something else, like a malicious file, for example? Any way we would address that? Good question. So we do have file uploads on Laravel Cloud, and I know they are super, they are literally safe to upload. And I think I'm using intervention PHP for this. Let me see. Intervention PHP. Yeah, this is the package I would recommend you to use with any kind of treatment of images on the backend. So I think this package will make sure that you are actually receiving an image, and that the image, you might want to pre-process the image to a different format, for example. You might want to scale the image, for example. So I'm using this at the moment for treating images. I'm going to send you the link. And obviously, you still need to validate the image itself on your form request. So on the form request, you want to validate the extension, the format, and everything, okay? So form requests combined with this intervention package, I think it's a great combination. Okay, what do you guys use for image? Do you guys use this at all or not? Nothing like this? Is Typesense better than Elasticsearch? I have no idea, man. You would have to double check. Well, the starter kits are using React, Vue, and Livewire, so that just works. Okay, our 30K products imported? Not yet. It's kind of crazy how easy it is to start with Laravel Scout. It's kind of ridiculous. Like literally, you import the trait, you publish a configuration file, and that's it. You have access to a search engine. It's insane. Anyways, it's done. Let's use now. Let's start with a like. Let's see how it feels. Okay. So this is false, and this will be executed. What am I doing, by the way? Oh, here we go. Huh? Wait, what? What am I doing wrong, chat? Oh, the percentage. Oh, of course. Geez, second time I do that today. Here we go. Still acceptable, to be honest. It is still fast, to be honest. Obviously, yeah, you don't have typo tolerance. That's a big one. But 30K, it seems to still be fast. We are using SQLite at the moment. Yeah, you would have to have a bunch more products to actually start noticing the difference. We have 30K, but you probably would have to add a bunch more. It still feels fast, to be honest, I wouldn't be lying if it doesn't feel fast. But you don't get this nice typo tolerance. That's a big one for me. Yeah. Yeah. use the E-like. Is that supported by SQLite? Oh, it seems that like in SQLite is already case insensitive, so you don't need to use the E-like, basically. Assuming that the E-like is exactly what you're talking about, by the way. E-like is about being case insensitive, right? So it seems to be already by default. I don't think I prevented searches by product. I just literally just imported everything. What do you mean, Adrian? You mean that I can improve the query like this one to make it a little bit more, you know, tolerant to spaces and everything? What do you mean exactly? Yeah, SQLite has a bunch. I actually created my own SQLite package because I was kind of annoying to some of the differences SQLite has to with MySQL. So I have all of these nice settings for SQLite to kind of make it a little bit more production ready. So I use a little bit more caches and things like that. But this will also use strict types behind the scenes. Because again, SQLite, you know, with types is not a big thing, or it doesn't work quite well. So we do a couple of things here, okay? I'm gonna send you this package. It's called Laravel Optimized Database. Here we go. I'm gonna copy your command, Adrian, to see how it goes, okay? Okay, Adrian, just send me this command, okay? Where field error like. Ooh, I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna just copy this and put it here. So I assume, Adrian, I want to do this for every single one of them, right? So description and everything. Here we go. Let's see now. I don't think that's supported, dude. R-like SQLite. I don't think it's supported. What do you mean, Adrian? Pinkari is still using SQL. Yeah, we are currently in the progress. By the way, chat, if you don't know, I have built myself this social media, called it Pinkari. And we are still using SQLite for session, caching, pretty much everything. Okay? It's literally social media, as you can see here. Postgres, I like Postgres, dude. I think Postgres is an amazing database solution. Agent, can you elaborate on the problem I'm having, by the way, if you know? Interesting music today. Ooh, live demos? I want to see this one. Jesus Christ. Oh, because this is using... Yeah, that's one of the important things as well. I think, like, this is literally searching directly the Typesense server. That's why it's, like, so fast. Yeah, you guys see this? This is insane. This is searching directly the backend of Typesense, the server directly, instead of going to the backend. Linux commit history. Let's see this one. Wait, what? What was the very first commit? Can I see that? That would be actually very cool. I cannot, because this is definitely not the first commit story. Interesting findings. Noisy, cheesy, floppy, mainframe, stupid. Oh, nice. Gives you the highlighted. It's cool. Yeah, I don't think SQLite supports are like... Yeah. This is pretty cool, by the way. Just being able to navigate 1 million commit messages, by the way, okay? So this is way over the 10K or 30K. And still with typo tolerance. So I can search for Linux with double S. Here we go. 3. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, someone was asking if you can do federated search with Typesense. So apparently yes. So in theory, you can have, you know, one model which aggregates multiple models and use that with Typesense. So here I can search for a person like John, but I can equally search for an actual company. Oh, and I have both results actually. So this is like the users and the companies. This is cool. AI image search? What is this? Wait, they have image search on AI? Wow, this is actually cool. Do you think this is using vector searching? I want to ask ChatGPT that real quick. I'm going to open ChatGPT and ask that real quick. Do you guys think this is using vector searching? Is this using vector searching? If it is, it's actually pretty cool. Yes! So ChatGPT is telling me the following. This interface is using vector searching, likely leveraging embeddings to perform image search similarity and search in text to image search. We need to use this so bad on our AI development. Oh my god. I want to use this so bad. This is insane. Dude, I don't think I will ever understand how actually vector searching works. Have you guys have any idea how actually vector searching works? I have no idea. Like, how I am able to type smile and this Typesense thing is able to give you images with a smile. I will never understand that, like literally. Jesus Christ. I search for dog and I get the dog back. How that is even possible? I don't think it's metadata. No. I don't think it's metadata. That would be too easy. No. Well, I think we can do a test. Let me search for dog in Portuguese. Ooh, it doesn't work. Okay. It might be actually metadata. Oh, it's metadata. Oh my god, wait. A photo of... No, there is no actual... I would expect to see the dog here, basically, but I don't know. Well, apparently it's using similarity in search, so this is definitely vector searching, okay? Yeah, it's vectors, but how actually vectors work? That's the surprising thing. So I know it's like an array with floats, but that's the only thing I know. Yeah, so the cosine thing is what we have done last time. Literally, we just coded a cosine search in PHP. This is still mind-blowing. I'm gonna use this, like, literally. Once I have the time, I want to use vector searching with Typesense. Ooh, someone was asking for an autocomplete. Here you go. Street, Boston. That's not autocomplete, but I get like some suggestions. That's not bad. Wow, this is pretty cool stuff, chat. All right, and do not forget, this is literally free. Okay, I'm not selling you something that you literally need to go and buy anything. This is literally for free. You can start using this today for free. Okay, you go to you go to this website. I'm gonna send you the link. Here we go. You just go there, and you can literally install Typesense locally, and it will be like just regular, local server. On Linux would be this way. This is Docker. Windows, Docker. What is roadmap? Oh. So everything is open source? This is actually cool. Oh, their engine is fully open source. Interesting. Wait, they have an example with 32 million songs dataset. Jesus Christ. Do they have Linkin Park? Of course they do. Of course they do. I'm such a fan of Linkin Park, honestly. And of course they do. Any of you fan of Linkin Park? Yeah, 32. It's just great. 32 million, and it's still like super fast to search. Just works, literally. Very cool stuff. Limping. Yeah, I literally know every single song of Linkin Park, everything you can ever imagine. Like, I know the Linkin Park underground musics they have, like the musics that never actually got released. I know everything that you need to know about Linkin Park. And when Chester, when Chester died, I was super angry with myself that I never actually went to see them live. And and now they are back, so I possibly will be able to see them again. That's awesome, Chet. That's awesome. This is crazy. So they are fully open source. Interesting. So you can literally contribute to the engine. Wow, so typo tolerance, built with C++, interesting. And vector searching, which is exactly what we're going to explore once we have the time. Voice search, interesting. Ooh, voice search is sexy. These examples are actually mind-blowing. 32 million is actually a very big number. No way you would get around this with SQLite, by the way, with where likes conditions. It would be fun to see SQLite with 32 million rows and using where like conditions on my Mac. Dude, you guys would be surprised, but C++ is probably the only language that I haven't compiled myself. Like, literally, I have done C, I have done Rust, I have done PHP, I have done Python, I have done Ruby, I have done Java, I have done Kotlin, I have done C#, but not yet C++. It's the only language that I haven't done yet. Deep Vision is saying the following. It's probably the language which is compiled the most. Oh, really? Yeah, SQLite with 32 million rows would be like 10 minutes queries for real. And I've done Go as well with you all in my live stream. That was awesome. By the way, Shad, in case you don't know, I'm on YouTube as well. Okay. Check my YouTube channel. I'm publishing videos every day. And, subscribe if you like the content. Because why not? Okay. But I was saying, C++ is the only language I haven't done. Oh, I lost the repo. Here we go, shit. So Typesense is fully open source. This is crazy. So you can literally see the development. If you have issues, you can literally report the issues here. And if you are brave enough, you can literally contribute to the repo. So C++, let's see what C++ is about. So including others, just like C on top, this is a constant. Let's do the equivalent of this stuff in PHP. So this would be an import on JavaScript or a use in PHP, like right here. Then you have the constant. This is a constant, right? This is a return type, I think. Okay, C++ experts. If I'm not saying whatever, something correct, let me know. I think this is a return type of this function, okay? Which is an optional return type. It may actually return Boolean or none, basically. Correct, Deep Vision? Thank you, Deep Vision. Your name is actually cool, man. I would use your name like Deep Vision for a package, like a very interesting package. How do they make money? If they have... So Typesense, obviously, they provide this free solution, so they need to make money. So in my opinion, they probably make money with sponsors, but potentially they do money with this Typesense cloud thing. So if you... Basically, I have installed Typesense locally and, just use it. But... if you want to basically just, if you want to basically not to host yourself the Typesense server, you can just literally use the cloud server. And here we go, a bunch of companies using Typesense at the moment. Logitech including, that's crazy. And they serve on the edge, this is important, yeah. Like if you are in Portugal, the searches will eat like the most closed server. And SOC 2 compliant, awesome. Yep, cool stuff. All right, back to C++. So they have this return type right here. Is this a class? Is this like equivalent of a class or is this like a module? Interesting, I don't know. Is this like the equivalent of a class or is like a module? What is this exactly? This is definitely the function name. This is the type of this argument. So this holds a reference to a JSON type, basically. So a payload is a reference to a JSON type. This is a Boolean. This is another Boolean. Interesting. I may see myself doing C++ here on the stream. Can I compile? Can I even compile C++ on my Mac? Let's see. Search. Wait. How's it called? Search C++. Can I even compile this? I cannot. Come on, C++ experts. How do I compile this file? How do I say an hello world on C++? Let's see if ChatGPT can help me out. Say hello in C++. Wait, I don't need this to do an hello world on C++, do I? G++. What is G++, dude? Okay, I just need EOS stream. Cool. How about now? How do a function? Oh, here we go. That's it. Should be this, I think. Yeah, so this is like the return type. This is the function name, and I'm returning 0, which is a return type. How do I compile this, chat? Can I even compile this? Oh my god. What am I doing even? Let's see. Wait, this should have a main as well, right? If I have a main, this should have a main as well. This is a huge project though. Oh, they do have a main. Here we go. Int main. Oh, this is the arguments that are provided on the CLI. Interesting. Okay, the last thing I want is... Yeah, how do I compile this? Oh, G++ is the compiler? I thought you guys were making a joke when I said G++. What is G++? Do I have G++ on my Mac? Is this like a brew thing? Ooh. Wait, I have G++! Okay, what do I type here? Compile my code with G++ search. No PHP, what are we doing? I'm typing PHP search, what the fuck? Literally doing C++. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Oh my god. Alright, we got the hello world in C++. This is like crazy. I just wrote my lines, my first lines with C++. Insane. Oh my god. That's actually like easy, right? Like literally. What is this though? Like C-O-U-T? Now I'm an expert on C++. Dude, announcing C++ for PHP developers. Dude, oh my god, should I do it? Bam, and now if it was like April Fools, I would probably just do now announcing announcing a C++ for PHP developers. Blazingly fast web framework ready for you all. Also call it C+++. This editor is not VS Code, by the way. I'm using PHP Storm, which is literally the best editor for PHP development. You know, PHP Storm, dude. Literally, I'm using as a font JetBrains Mono, Nerd Font Mono. Okay, literally my favorite font ever. Size 23, 1.2 of line width, and equally my color scheme is Cappuccino Macchiato, which is apparently one of my favorite ones so far. PHP Plus. Bam! Coming back with PHP Plus. I actually have built something called it PHP Plus in the past. Literally a processor for PHP. Oh, so apparently people on the chat are saying that this is the way of sending stuff to the STD out, basically. So STD out, just proxies to that. Oh, now it makes sense. STD out. Right. Okay. Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it does make sense. So I think this is like the standard library of C++. Still don't get what this is though. Caravel. Try the Dank Mono font with this theme. Dank Mono is a paid one, right? But I do have that one. I actually paid for it. Oh, I don't? But I have a license to that font, Dank Mono. Okay. Oh, so that is end of line? And offline. Interesting. Interesting. I literally just wrote my first... Insane. Thank you, Typesense. Thank you, Typesense, for making possible learning C++ with my awesome chat friends, and for giving me this amazing search for free, which is insane. Okay, chat. So everyone in the chat, let's clap for Typesense for literally providing us in sponsoring this live stream and for making my dream possible, really. Typesense is one of the many first companies sponsoring this channel. So clap for Typesense for supporting my work and for making this live stream possible. Okay, thank you so much, Typesense, and thank you for the trust. All right, Shad. What's next? If you enjoyed today's live stream, please, for God's sake, go to this website, Typesense. This precise link to support this live stream today. Go to this precise link to literally support, my work today with Typesense, and really thank you, Typesense, for this. That being said, today is the end of the week. It's Friday. You guys know I have a new schedule. I'm streaming now every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. On top of that, I have typically YouTube videos every single day as well. Okay. We are back Monday to talk with the head of design at Laravel. Do you guys know David Hill? Okay, David Hill. You guys know him? David Hill is one of my best friends at Laravel at the moment. And honestly, he is a beast when it comes to design. I know, I had no idea how important is a real designer when building a product. And this guy was one of the biggest responsibles of having Laravel Cloud as good as it is today. Okay? It's called David Hill. He is literally the head of design at Laravel PHP. Now we are going to have him next Monday on the live stream. In terms of content, of actual content we are bringing, I'm still deciding a little bit, but I think it would be just awesome to speak with him and just ask him, where did this, get so much inspiration to build something like Laravel Cloud? Or, just talking, for example, about the Laravel website, which is absolutely awesome. How did it come with these ideas for this website? Or even, for example, Laravel, oh my God, I'm opening literally my dashboard. Let's close this. Oh, no. Here we go. How did it come with the idea of building something like this? So we're going to have them on the live stream, and I think it will be an awesome discussion. He is coming next Monday, okay? Bring Jason Bax as well. Jason Bax? Dude, it's Jason Bax. Not, oh my God, I'm going to screenshot this so bad. It's not Jason Bax. It's, oh my God. Anyways, Chad, thank you so much for coming today. Let's rate someone, and I get you all next Monday, okay, Chad? Let's rate someone. Let's see who is streaming right now. If you don't know, if you're watching me from YouTube, by the way, every single time we end a live stream, I'm going to rate someone. By rating means that I'm sending all my viewers on Twitch to another channel. Typically, I like to support Laravel and PHP developers, but it doesn't happen often that I see people online doing actual PHP development. So, let's see who we have online today. Yeah, using PHP Artisan route list is a great way to know your routes currently. It'd be fun to rate someone doing C++, right? Oh, I actually just saw one. It's doing C++, but like game development. I don't know if you guys want that. I don't think, well, it would be actually a good question to ask David Hill what he thinks about AI vibe coding. We can coach them on C++ now. I don't think so, dude. We can also rate someone with, not a lot of viewers. I actually never done that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to rate this, literally the last person of my list at the moment, and they have 7 viewers. Should we do that? Let's do that. Rate someone with 7 viewers. Let's call it fresh water. Okay. Here we go, chat. Rate is done. Catch you guys next time. See you next time. Peace out.